Hello and good afternoon. I'm Shobi Leong. Hope you guys are having an awesome start to your week. It's the first week in October. It's also the last quarter of 2017. So, guys, if you got some goals to achieve in your last quarter of the year, now's the time to get it done. Let's crush this. I wanted to do a quick video on how I've been achieving milestones and the goals that I've set myself in the long term. But how I achieve my goals is by setting myself lots of short-term goals, because I find that that's what's the most effective for me in my life, being a busy single mom. So I find that if I were to set myself really very long-term goals, it seems too far-fetched, and I don't want to sort of lose the momentum or the motivation to do these things. So if you want to achieve your goals, my advice is don't focus on them. Instead, focus on your behaviors. Focus on the behaviors you need to have in place so that you can achieve your goals. Because goals are, your end goals are goals which are things which are out of your control. For instance, if you're in sales, if you're an entrepreneur like myself, it's going to require participation of two people involved, the customer and yourself. You have no control over the customer paying for your services or for your products. However, you do have control over your behaviors, which is going to attract those customers to you. As we know, customers buy from people whom they know, like, and trust. So when you know these things that you need to have in place, you then can work on the behaviors which you have total control of. So guys, if you want to achieve your goals, don't focus on them. What you need to focus on is on your behaviors. Let me give you an example. For instance, like myself, I'm a mum to three kids, but two very younger, boisterous kids. We don't have control, to be honest, of how our kids are going to react in a day. However, we have control, or I have control over the behaviors of how I respond to my kids. So we have control. If you think about it, we have control over the rewards and the consequences. So these are the things that, and also the way you respond to them. Are you going to respond to them at a level 10 or a level 3 or a level 5? So work on those. So instead of actually trying to control their behaviors, you can control your behavior in how you respond to them. And eventually they are going to get used to how you respond to them, and then you're going to actually achieve your goal. The other thing is, for instance, for myself, I find that setting very long-term goals tend to be quite off-putting, or just, for me, I guess, I know that short-term goals work better for me. So I tend to set goals for myself for a day, for the next day, and for the whole week. That I think works better for me, working in chunks, because I believe that behaviors are rather short term. You can sort of maintain a habit or a behavior for myself, a maximum of 7 days. So for instance, if you wanted to lose weight, you don't want to sort of be looking at the scales to justify if what you're doing is the right thing, because I've done this in the past where I'll say, like, okay, I want to lose 10 pounds in a month or something like that. And then when I go and check on the scales, it doesn't show what I want. And more often than that, when you think you've done all the right things and then the scale gives you another message, you then just give up. So instead now, I don't focus on the end goal. I actually focus on the behaviors that I can control. So for instance, I will focus on the types of food that I am going to eat, and making sure that I drink enough, making sure that I'm consistent in getting enough exercise. So it's all the behaviors. It's about your behaviors. So when you control the behaviors, you are then eventually going to reach your goal. So guys, I guess the message is, don't focus on your goals, focus on your behaviors. These are the building blocks that is going to allow you to achieve your goals. So you guys, you got 90 days. You got your last quarter to 2017. So let's make this a year to remember, and good luck. Peace, love, and blessings. Reach out to me if you need to. Take care. Bye-bye.